Hi there. In this session, I would like to tell you about CSS3 effects. What are the CSS3 effects? Here in this CSS3, we can see there is different kinds of effects are there. Number one, rounded corners. Number two, drop shadow. Number three, gradient colors. etc. are there. Mainly we can see there is rounded corners, drop shadow, gradient colors, etc. Okay, so these are the CSS3 effects. For that, I will show you in live example. I will select you one root folder. Here, select and open folder. I took one CSS3 effects folder and select this one. This is the root folder, and VS Code itself opens like this, and it provides new interface. Seems to be like this. For this purpose, what I will do is I will create one file for CSS3 effect. So here we can see CSS3. I will create CSS3 rounded corners, CLS class.html. This is about I will tell you about rounded corners class. Here we have to mention some HTML starter template. We used extensions, whatever we used. So this is our body. What I will do is I will open this preview in our Chrome live server. Just I will open this one. Now we can see this is our CSS3 rounded corner class having in live server. Here I will close this left side root folder. There we can see this is our structure. So I want to create one box. For that, what I will do is I will create one box class attribute like this. So I will assign some CSS to this box also. For that, what I will do is select the style. Where we can see class box is there. I will define some CSS. I will assign width as 250 px and height I will assign as 250 px, and we have to assign some background color. Select background color as orange color. Save this one. Now we can see it seems to be like this. This is only box applied to this class attribute having in this division. So now we want to assign rounded corners. So for that, what we have to do is we have to assign border radius. I will assign border radius equal to 50 px. Save this one. Now we can see there is a border radius is there. It seems to be like this. If you want to assign any kind of rounded corners for your box or anything, you can apply this border radius command. And after that, I would like to assign some drop shadow to this box. So how we can assign that one? There is another CSS3 syntax is there. For that, what I will do is box shadow. So here you can see there is a box shadow effect is there. So for every box shadow or text shadow, we can assign these properties. Like in x-axis we have to assign 10 px, and y-axis we have to assign 10 px. Then after that we have to assign some color as a gray. Now we can see, save this one. Now we can see there is a gray box is there. This is purely drop shadow. Now I want to assign some blur effect for this drop shadow. For that, what I will do is I will assign 20 px for this specific drop shadow. Save this one. Now we can see this is the drop shadow. And after that, what I will do is I will assign some border also to this drop shadow for this box. Okay, we have to assign, I will assign a border. So here we can see there is a border, and each and every border has some properties. So border thickness we have to apply for. I will go with 5 px. I want to assign some color to this border known as black. After that, I will assign some style of that border. So for that, what I will do is I will assign some thickness. Just to save this one. Now we can see I will assign solid. Now we can see after saving this one, we can see there is a border is there. It had some 5 px thickness, had solid color, solid thickness, had some black color also. Here there is a solid property is there. We can assign some dotted property. If I select dotted, save this one. Now we can see there is dotted border is there. as well as I will apply some stroke also be there, dashed is also be there. Save this one. Now we can see there is a dashed effect is there. Then after that I want to assign some gradient color. For that what I will do is I will take new document. Here we can see I will assign name as a gradient class .html. This is new file. So I will provide the source codes in my class session, and we have to assign HTML starter template. With the help of HTML5 trigger, I will load the starter template. To create gradient effect, I will assign one division as a navigation or header. So I will assign header to this gradient box, so that I will assign some CSS to this header. Just for that I will choose internal CSS only. To assign internal style sheet, I will assign some style syntax HTML tag is there. So I will use within this style tag only I can how to apply some CSS to this header. So to assign header CSS to this header, we have to define the tag like this in CSS, and I will assign some width as 980px approximately. I am assigning this value, as well as I will assign height is equal to approximately I will assign 40px. Save this one, and I want to see this preview in my live server. Right click and select open live server. Now we can see it seems to be like this. Moreover, we couldn't assign any kind of background color for this header, so we can't see any preview. Now what I will do is I will assign background color is an orange, or I will assign some gray color. So now we can see this is a header. It seems to be like this. And moreover, I will assign some 50px to this header also. Save this one. Now we can see this is a header also. I want to assign some CSS to this header, and I want to assign some gradient color to this header. How we can assign? Now here we can see I will assign gradient color to this header like this. So background image. Now we can see this is the syntax, and I will assign a linear gradient. This is the syntax to apply gradient color to any box. So this is the direction from top to bottom I want to assign. So comma, I need two more solid colors. Solid colors in the sense this is single color. So red is a single color, and even this red color had each and every single color had some value. 6-digit value is there, and as well as I will assign some blue color for this solid color, blue. There we assign two colors, so then it would be a gradient color. Now see here we can see there is a gradient color is there for our navigation or header. We can create this kind of gradient to assign one box. So we applied rounded corners as well as drop shadow, and we assigned gradient colors. So this is the syntax to apply CSS3 gradient colors for our selected element, whatever element it may be having here in this HTML. This is the process to apply CSS3 effects to our elements.